What a
What a sweet day.
day. How you doing, boy?
I'm good, man. It's good to finally see you alive, man. What's going on?
Good to be alive. I was feeling a little sickly there. I saw what you guys did prior week. Phenomenal video there, but I'm back and let's do some horror corner collaboration ish.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is different because we don't do the horror corner normally, both of us. So
Mm,
just for everyone who doesn't know, normally the horror corner lately has been Robbie's thing. But we kind of mentioned this movie that we're gonna talk about today
yes.
beforehand. And we kind of picked interest and now we've been going at it back and forth off camera. Um Really quick, do want to make sure we always do our normals. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. Anything you guys like today, if you guys love it, please drop some comments. Let us know. Also today, I'm doing something different. We're also going live on Instagram on the Rated F Instagram.
Check
So
it out,
also
check it out.
like and follow us also on Instagram, the Rated_F, and our Twitter as well is getting little live today, a little love on the live. Rated F2, because there's just two of us,
Yeah,
and
clever.
but do want to talk about this before because we're talking about the mean one.
The mean one.
Wait,
Not,
not
not,
that
not
mean
that
one.
one. No,
Wait, is it?
no. Oh
No,
God, not that one. That's a shitty
no.
one. Uh,
We're definitely talking about no, not that one either though.
no, that he is cute though. Look at that
This
jaundice
one's
in his
a lot
eyes.
better on that one. I did
He
love
needs
this
to see
one.
a doctor. He got jaundice.
We're talking about the mean
The
one.
mean one. And we're talking about my boy, the Terrifier himself, Mister. You're now. I'm like David Howard throwing it
you're
all out
you're
there.
having a whole fit over here about this.
I remember when we heard about it was as like a little rumor thing, and I was just and you dropped it off. You like I think it's the guy who plays Terrifier. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is
This is the movie I'm
I'm
gonna go
on
watch.
board. Fine, and it comes out on the 9th, and it's a theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as Terrifier 2. It's a small theatrical release. It'll be there. There's a couple of other Christmas movies that come out and that I'm anticipated to see, but we'll focus on this one. And it's just beautiful. He's sneaking in, and
It
he's.
just looks so weird.
I love it. I absolutely love it because it's I wouldn't say realistic take, but it's a more grounded take than your fairy tale kind of
Yes.
happy-go-lucky Whoville. They do a play on words, like you can't say the Grinch and you can't say Whoville because like copyright issues, but they still can, like the likeness of the characters is up for grabs. So they were just like, okay, cool, fine. So we're gonna call him the mean one, and she, her name is like Cindy You Knew or Cindy.
Yes,
I'm like,
it's so thrown
stop,
off with it.
stop it. but they live in not Whoville, but Newville. I was like, oh god, somebody wrote this on the toilet, but
They're easily on the toilet going, how can I? What sounds good with Grinch? Stench.
stench. He's the stench.
No, I can't do that. What sounds really good? Oh, you're a mean one. Oh, I like that. I like that. I
There you
thought of
go.
that.
No copyright
But
there.
yeah, right. And the funny thing about this one too, about the because they did release the trailer, and I know I sent that to you, and I think you almost
Mhm.
creamed yourself on that one. Um,
Almost, and I did.
but
Cookies are
when
great.
that not another episode of Jailhouse Cookies, please.
I haven't played that in a while.
We haven't played that in a long time.
She did that at the
But
bachelor. Anyway.
I can't.
Somebody get
I
this man
can't.
some water. Somebody get this
Oh
man some
god.
water.
um so they released the trailer though, and like you said, it's not in Whoville. They're calling it Newville. It's definitely a different look to it because he's creeping around and they're calling him the Christmas killer,
Mhm.
Christmas Day killer. But he hasn't done it in like 20 years or something like that.
It's kind of like a Jeepers Creepers feel, like backstory of it. Like he only comes down every few years, kind of thing, and
Yeah,
it's on Christmas Day, so it's not like for 25 days or anything like that. He comes on the 25th of December to feed or some shit. I can't remember, but it is a really creature esque feel to the look at that guy. Good lord, like it's a very
ridiculous.
creature esque feel to him, and I like the change. I like the change of pace. Jim Carrey did a phenomenal job.
I mean,
It
can't
will,
say enough about Jim Carrey's
man,
role on it.
it will never be. It will never be topped. I mean, they tried with Benedict Cumberbatch, but Illumination dropped the ball hard.
Illumination dropped the
Right.
ball, but I love Benedict Cumberbatch's comment on why he didn't do a live action, because if I'm
Well,
correct, that
because he
movie was
said
supposed to be a
yeah,
live action.
he said that you're not even gonna try to top Jim Carrey, so
You
why
can't.
even try? But I think for
And
the
not that,
animation, mm, go
and
ahead.
not to cut you off, but not that anybody who tries to do the Grinch in live action is going to fail, but you
Mm,
got to understand that doing it the way Jim Carrey did it, the way his voice is, the way his animation
yes.
is about it, it just was so him that
Mm-hmm.
to do
It
another
was
role, it's like trying to
effortless.
do Pet Detective Ace Ventura. You're not going to do that again with another actor
They
as
tried.
an adult. They tried, but they did as a kid.
Mm,
Because they just knew that playing it as an adult, you're not going to get anybody else that could really do that. So
right.
I think that Benedict Cumberbatch's talk on him doing it as an animation was perfect.
Right.
But I do love seeing, and what's going on. See, we got John on the show.
What up, John? Great work last week, man. Great work.
But seeing what we did with what they're doing with this horror film, I do love it, because the fact that they're doing it as a horror, I love the simulation that they did to look a little bit like Jim Carrey's, but they kind of
Right.
gave it an evil twist to
You
it.
could see the lining. You could see the nose. Exactly. It's so funny how you could do with just a change in, let's say, the tone or the color of the makeup, and what you can do with uh, the color of the eyes. So you change it from yellow to red. His teeth are more gritty and like green, like they have moss growing on it. It's gross, but it's weird. It's very very weird. But I have full confidence. I don't really know who this director is. Is Stephen Lamorte?
Yeah, I'm not
Uh,
too familiar with his work. I think he does. I think if when I looked him up, he does a lot more of. He's done a lot of horror films, but it's like
hmm,
those B movies. So this movie is definitely like one of those B plus movies, because especially because they're giving it its time to be in the theater the way they
right.
are. And normally, like B movies are like in straight to. I was gonna almost said VHS, and that almost aged the hell out of me.
Hey,
That almost took me
you're an
back to
old
like
woman.
1995.
That's your feelings.
But I definitely like that they're putting this in the theater, because it just deservingly fits to be in a theater.
David Howard Thornton deserves to be in theaters, whether it be for 1 day, 2 days, 5 days, 5 weeks. He deserves to be in it. This is supposed to be a darker version. Oh, leave that up. Leave John's comment up there. Actually, if we could, I got an idea. Maybe we could do. If he's free on Sundays at 10, we could do. We could do. Jonathan and I. That might be cool if he's interested in such a thing. I
Yeah,
like his dynamic. I like your flow, John. I think that could add to the team, and we could grow our channels together. Let's talk about that. My people will call your people. My people is just a dog named Whiskey, but
name
but
Whiskey, and your agent is Bruce.
yeah, right. He's terrible with money. He's the Don King of money transactions.
100%.
He's just gonna steal all my money for treats. But to answer your question,
And Doggy
Johnny,
Bones.
doggy bones and treats. But to answer John's question, yes, it is a darker take. It's a slasher film. I don't know if it's going to be a mega slasher.
I don't think it's a
Maybe
mega
it's
slasher. I
hope
think
so.
but what he did with Terrifier 2, I think this is definitely gonna have a very close feel to it. I think Terrifier 2 is like that mega slasher esque. I kind of so I finally was able to download Tubi because we talked about it, and I saw Terrifier 1 a little bit. We'd love to have you on Rated F again, John. You know, you already know how I feel about that.
My doggies will talk to your people.
But I definitely think that with him here, as the mean one, can't say Grinch, it definitely is a good feel to it because it adds that extra twist to it, and he has that Terrifier look with a Grinch skin. And it's like playing Call of Duty with another skin.
Yeah, it's so effortless for David to do that because he's been the Terrifier for so long. He loves doing like horror short films, so to take an adaptation of such a Christmas classic and change it into something that the adults could enjoy and the horror franchise, the horror lovers, I should say, would enjoy, like myself, then it turns into something a little better, if you catch my drift. And
yeah,
like it takes something normal and makes it abnormal, so the crazy people could enjoy Christmas too. So like them, like there's a
you like killing, we like Christmas. Here's them both.
Speaking of which, we'll talk about this another time maybe, but there's a movie that came out as Violent Night.
Yes, I did see about that one. I heard about that one too.
Guy from Stranger Things and the Hellboy. So
yep,
taking the horror and violence and adding it with something that's more Christmas and festive, and putting it all together. This is the year. This is the year for Christmas movies, man.
I think it's weird to see a lot of these movies now that are.
But
I think we're losing you a little bit, man. There we go. You back?
Who, me?
Yeah, like your audio. I was saying something. Your audio was gone.
I just stood still for a second.
But I definitely like the fact that this year's movies are showing like the kiddie stuff with a twist to it, and I like it. I love it.
Love it. I love it, man. So what's your take? Actually, I was just looking at that because I saw what you wrote. It's like, we are not in Whoville anymore. What's your take on the trailer? We saw the trailer. I've
seen the trailer like 3 or 4 times too.
Yeah, just to put everything in perspective and to really absorb it. But how do you feel about it, man? What fancy does it tickle for you?
You know, it's weird because I love The Grinch. The Grinch movie is my Christmas all-time go-to. I will happily play that on repeat 1,000 times. And you know, it's like my top 3 movies of Christmas normally is. Because after Thanksgiving, I can't be the Puerto Rican that goes from November 1st all the way through the year. I have to wait till I eat the turkey. But normally after Thanksgiving, I start cranking them up. It's normally The Grinch, 8 Crazy Nights by Adam Sandler, and nice. Christmas Story.
Okay. So you're happy?
Yeah,
with the sequel up there.
Yeah, I saw that there. I haven't even seen it yet, but I want to eventually watch it. But I love the Grinch movie. So when I heard about it being twisted and being a darker film, I definitely was piqued. Seeing the trailer, I love that they gave this Grinch this Dr. Seuss feel because they started doing some type of rhymes in the trailer. And then it was terrible rhymes, but it was just perfect enough because it's so cheesy.
The William Shatner of rhyming. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was like so bad. It's like, what are you doing? It's like hearing me rhyme. It's like, are you trying to rap? What the heck?
Written on a toilet.
But I love the feel of it. I love that they did change the names to it as well, because it's like, okay, it's original, but it's not. Right. Like, you know, it's about the Grinch, but you also know that he's not named the Grinch. He's the Christmas killer. He's dubbed the mean one. Yeah. So it's definitely interesting because Terrifier 1 and 2, when I wasn't originally a fan of, obviously, because I didn't know about them. Watching the bits of Terrifier 1 that I so far have tried to watch, because I got to take it in doses.
No, If you don't know now, you know. But you know me, I could go on 45 minutes about that damn
You
movie. I already
really
got the
could.
pre-order. I already got the pre-order.
I bet
Merry
you do.
Christmas to me.
I
December
bet you got the
27th.
pop. I bet you got the underwears. I bet you got the whole shebang going on.
I was gonna buy a hoodie, but it was like 50 something dollars, and I promised
And
my wife
you
that I
didn't buy it.
wasn't.
Why?
No, I promised my wife that I wasn't gonna do any like crazy spending anymore. So she gave me one last hurrah.
I'll put
And
Angie. I'm putting you on notice. You better buy it for him for Christmas.
she did. Well, she bought me. We did a compromise, and she did the pre-order for me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she was like, "You get the movie, but you have enough hoodies, you got enough clothes, you get one last hurrah," and it was like a pair of Coach sneakers or some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's always
So
a silver lining.
So, but if Coach ever does a Halloween collab or a horror movie collab and Terrifier's on there, I'm gonna have to break the truce. But anyway, back to the Grinch.
But with you, man, what do you feel? What tickled you about this movie? Because man, that I'm intrigued. I'm for sure gonna have to watch it on December 9th.
Well, I'm gonna do you a favor, and
Oh God, what's your favor?
and take the cameras off. But I'm just gonna put here.
Oh, here we go.
Let's just put that right there. So, first off, David Howard Thornton. Close segment. David Howard Thornton. David Howard Thornton, Terrifier 2. He's a Terrifier, the new slasher on town, the mega slasher in town. You can't top him. And here he is doing one of my favorites. If this is my favorite, my go-to. I remember you said yours. Mine is always The Nightmare Before Christmas, The Grinch. That's it. Like I'll have some tricolones like Arthur Christmas, and watch the Peanuts, and watch the classics, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all the claymation sections, blah blah blah. But I got two. I could be stuck on a deserted island. It'll be Christmas every day on that goddamn island. It's gonna be it's gonna be The Grinch. It's gonna be Nightmare Before Christmas. But with The Grinch,
I think, and that's perfect for you too.
Yeah, it's craziness. That's why my mind is crazy. That's why health is declining.
I can't. You said it.
But The Grinch has always had sentimental value for me because my parents. I grew up in Brooklyn, living in a 3-bedroom apartment, and we didn't live in the ghetto, but we were like adjacent from the ghetto. So it was like, don't go
You
over
sneezed,
there.
you landed in the ghetto.
The projects was like the Mount Crumpet. It was there, but don't go there. You live in Whoville, don't go. You can see it.
Mount Crumpet.
You can see it in the distance, but that's where it belongs, in the distance. But
your dad's making up rhymes about why not to go down the street. Shall not, will not, dare not.
You shall not pass Troy out. So, like it always had a sentimental value for me because my parents bust their ass to save up money to get us out of that area to move down here to Florida, which is worse. But we lived in the suburbs of Florida, and we were living the bougie life. So
get out.
Back then it was Kmart, and Dad would be like, "You want to go to Kmart?" I'd be like, "Cool. Can I get some Joe Boxer? Can I get some of this?"
I did.
So he back then, as I said, yeah. So it was still like VHS and stuff like that. But my parents always wanted to keep us up to date with like the new trends and the new technology and blah blah blah. So by the time we moved down here, it was already gearing up to be like PlayStation 2 time. That was about 2001ish, and DVDs started to take its shine. And like, ooh, what's this new thing? And a DVD back then was like $50. A DVD player was like 600, like 500-600. It was deep. Like now you could get one for free. Yeah, my wallet's free. I was like, good lord, man. So I don't wait. I wait for the PlayStation 5 to go on bundle. That's when like wait about 3-4 years. until they start giving.
That's how I got
away.
mine.
And they lay away for 4 years.
Get out again.
$1 a month. So, yeah, that's it's like sentimental value. Anyway, So when we moved down here, my dad for Christmas Eve, we moved into like a holiday season, so it was like right before Halloween. So we're buying furniture and this and the other, and Dad's like, we need a TV. And we didn't have one, and we needed like some just electronics around the house, just necessities, telephone, this, that, and the other, cord phone. So we went into Best Buy, and we also the lights are on, but nobody's home. And I'm over here like, with some parents, especially island parents, you can't go into a store and point out anything and say that you want it. It'd be like, okay, Dad.
That's actually how I got dragged out of the store one time, crying, just exact same way. But I said I wanted just Snickers.
When they speak through their teeth, and they go, I'm just gonna beat your ass in the car.
Wait till you get into that car, boy.
Wait until your daddy gets home. So takes me to Kmart. We buy this big old TV, and I was like, well, a big old TV back then was like a 42-inch, but it was big for us at the time. And he goes to the electronics section for the DVD players and this and the other, and they had a big display of the Grinch. Just to tell you how old this is, they still had VHS.
Oh God!
So it was in VHS on one side.
It was in that dual stage.
Yeah, they had the VHS on one side. They had, speaking of dual, they had the DVDs on one side, and then in the middle it was the VHS and DVD combo.
Oh God!
You remember when they started to do that machine where it's
and I had it.
Terrible. Worse than an A-track. But anyway.
Don't disrespect A-track like that.
Tell me I can't rewind. Anyway, but it was all about going forward back then. They had ambition.
Time marches on.
That's what it is. It was ambition. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, but DVDs, as I said, it was like $40, $50. And I was just like, shit. So here's my dad with shopping cart. Got the TVs on standby, waiting to put in the trunk of the Jeep or whatever we had, and we have the DVD player in there, and I'm like, oh shit, cool. I know the prices. I'm 12. I'm not stupid.
I knew it was expensive. I didn't know the prices fully, but I understood that it was a lot of money.
It was more than that was worth, but I was like, good. Well, like, what's Dad trying to do here? And he just smiles and he picks it up. He didn't smile like this, but he smiled.
It was more like this.
a very festive smile. And he just drops it in the cart, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's expensive. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So
I don't know. I live on the 5th floor.
I don't speak any English. You're from Trinidad. Shut the fuck. You are English. Yeah, so that was the. Anyway, I'm on a ramble, but before I go too far.
Hence why we have the segment Rambling Robbie when you're here.
Before it turns into eggnog. But that was the first DVD that my dad bought me on a budget, moving from New York to here. They just spent God knows how much on a house and buying, almost $1,000-something on electronics and this and that and the other. And he bought me that DVD. I still have that DVD and I still watch it every year.
I think I've mentioned off camera I'm a hoarder. I'm pretty sure if I dug through some boxes or somewhere, I have the VHS and the DVD somewhere because the VHS came in green. Yeah, and I remember that.
That's back when they used to do special edition ones where like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the Grinch one would come in the Grinch green color. So that's the one that I got. He bought me the special edition because it was like the black case, but then there was also the limited edition Grinch green case with like the little booklet and stuff, and he got me
Yep.
that. So I know that cost like $75 at that time.
Easily
Yeah,
like 75 or more.
yeah, they give that shit away now, but it's like dang. But I keep that close to my heart, and I keep that movie close to my heart because of what it represents to the growth of my family and the sacrifices that they made, but also just Jim Carrey's performance and whole. You know,
I could watch
centralize
almost
it.
any Jim Carrey movie, even that horror movie, the number 23. I could watch it all the time.
You know, that's when he tried to go serious. I know that didn't work out, but it was fun. It was all
It
right.
was good. It gets
It
your mind
wasn't
thinking.
terrible, but it was
And
all
we've seen
right.
worse.
Yeah, we've all seen worse. But
Daredevil, the movie.
ironically, I wish I was blind when that movie came out. But
Get out again. Get out.
no problem. No problem. But, yeah, man. So it's the Grinch has definitely its place in my heart, and you know how much I love Christmas. It's such
Oh
a
yeah.
holiday. Like we're decorating. You guys like, damn, you crazy. I was like, this ain't even happening. So
I haven't even seen it, and I haven't seen all of it. I'm sure what you show me, everything you got going on, it's out of this world.
Once we wrap up here, I'm gonna finish up the tree. Yeah, see, it wasn't bad. Come on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I can watch the number 23. I just know it got bad rap from it.
Oh yeah, well, because it's Jim Carrey and he's been funny for decades before he tried to step out.
Exactly.
You don't. It's very hard for an actor to step out of their lane on their own, despite how big of an actor they are.
Yeah.
If you go like, it's like Tom Cruise, not to go on a ramble. I'm still on a ramble. I'm always on a ramble.
Always
But
on a ramble.
I talk in my sleep. But it's like Tom Cruise. He's always this action star, this that, yeah, blah 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 blah. But when he tried to do something more comedic, he had to be a part of the cast, not the main part of the cast. So they
100%.
and they put him in Tropic Thunder, and it did like whoa. But then they were just like, "Oh, let's do a movie on his own on Les Grossman," and it's just, I'm not sure.
Robbie, sorry not to cut off your ramble because I know you're so we went somehow into another movie.
I'm getting bumped up, bro. So, please stop.
But on the Instagram live, they talked about Liar Liar of Jim Carrey's, and again, I love Jim Carrey's movies. I can watch all of them, but Liar Liar hits different. I always can. It just, I'm kicking my own ass. That line right there. I remember watching that. I was too young to have seen that. I remember like curse words. Ass was like a curse word for us as a kid, and that line came up, and I would say it. I'll get my mouth whacked, but it was always like, I am sorry. Like, it's just epic. Like, walk in, he's bleeding, busted his face up.
Nice. Thank you for the interactions, guys, on Twitter. This is something new for us, and I think we're gonna do it going forward. It's any little bit of social media helps, so let's do it.
Thank you guys also on Instagram who's checking in. Oh, my boy, what up, John? What's going on, bro? Sorry, we're getting a lot of interaction on both ends of it, guys. Kind of get back to the Grinch movie though. So I know we've kind of already mentioned it. Yes, rewatch that movie. We've kind of mentioned it, but I do want to see it. And is the Grinch, the live action, the Jim Carrey rendition, still getting played for us? Because I'd say right now, I have it playing probably right now in the room, and I left it. But I can go back and go rewind it and watch it again.
Either ambient or centralized in my household.
100%.
So it's either it pops up on wherever it is on the streaming channels, and
HBO
you just
Max.
leave it, or you put it on DVD when you're bored or something. You're just like, okay, like my wife and I, we do Christmas in July, and that's the go-to movie that we did. We did a little 3-foot tree. We buy one present for each other. Watch the Grinch, and the Grinch is pivotal. it is literally a must when it comes to the Christmas season, the holiday
Yes,
season. When you even think about the holidays, you get presents on your birthday in April, and it's like, oh, presents, Christmas. Let's watch a Grinch. Like
100.
it will trigger
I'm
something
telling you,
in your
the
mind.
minute Thanksgiving stops, I'm Grinch is on play.
Ooh,
Like
that's
12,
nice.
12:01. I have it on. I have it on.
12:01. Dinner's at 6. At 6:15, I'm taking down these decorations. Who decorates a fall? My wife
Oh,
decorates.
that turkey was great. Put Christmas on.
Yeah, good. Good to know.
It's like a switch. Click.
That's dragging the tree out of storage. Like, get out of my way. Enough of this roadblock. So get to the real holiday. Anyway.
But honestly,
Yeah.
I like we mentioned, I love the Grinch. The horror version of the Grinch is gonna be awesome.
Mhm.
I think, and I always add this because I think we just need to make sure people know, but it is a rated F. Heck yeah, I believe it's rated F. I'm pretty sure I know your answer.
I'm very biased because of David Howard Thornton. It all depends on the
I'm
direction.
gonna buy you for Christmas his poster
Please.
of just him.
Yeah. No costume, no nothing, just him. This
Just
is
him.
a signed poster. I don't care how big it is. It's going over my bed. But yeah, I think it all depends when you have a good script. It all depends on the direction. And when you're doing an adaptation like this, it comes off very hard to do, but it's not impossible. But it depends on the script. It depends on how good and the direction of the script, but it also depends on the director
Yeah.
itself. The actors will act their ass off, but if the movie is not good, it's all for naught. So it just depends on what direction they do, the editing of the movie as well. A
Yep.
millisecond. If you have a scene that lasts 3 to 5 seconds longer than it should have been, it kills the scene.
100.
It's so crazy. So that's why I have so much respect for the editing, the writing, the directors, like the actors and their timing, and it's the movie. Movies are all about timing and placement. So you need to get it right. You need to get it flush. And David Howard Thorne, he could literally do a movie. He's done it twice without talking. So I know he can do this. And I
Yeah.
think it's more of a creature-esque movie because I don't think he has like this very like primal roar. If you ever seen the trailer,
Yeah.
he's
It,
not
it
talking. I
you
haven't
may
heard him
get a giggle out of
saying.
it. Hear that's all you're gonna
Yeah.
hear at most.
So I don't think he has any like lines in the movie, and therefore he doesn't need it because he can do it without a script. He can man.
I think we're losing your signal, man.
Tell Chris to read a book for like.
I don't know where it's going on, man,
Are you
because I
getting me?
see the signal. Yeah, I get you now. It's like going in and out.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard you say have Chris to read a book.
that's why they were coming. Yeah, have Chris read a book for 30 minutes because shit, we're doing business here. He's taking up all the Wi-Fi with Dan Gaming. But
I don't know if it's my
is the
end or
movie
your
rated
end,
F?
because my
Yeah, before we run into more trouble, I don't know. We'll
is
figure
it.
it out.
I
But
think so.
like
Yeah,
when
I
it
think the
comes
movie's rated
to
F.
what, yeah, when it comes to it, before we have any other technical difficulties, the movie's rated F. I'm definitely going to see it. I'll see it alone. I've done it before. It's creepy, but it's like go to the movies on your own if nobody else wants to see it, and just have a dang good time because it's David Howard Thornton. It's the Grinch. It's the holidays. Period.
And it's
Period.
horror. Why not?
And it's horror. We're in a horror corner right now. I'm sorry, I'm decorating for Christmas. I wasn't able to pin up my horror movie blanket or get the. I've been working putting all these Christmas decorations up, so I didn't have the time for the sweater, the horror sweater. But it's it's go time for the Grinch in a horror movie setting. It's been time for that. It's been like what, 22 years.
It's a good take. I want to see what they do. I want to see a deeper look into it of what they're gonna do with Grinch being a horror a slasher film. I definitely want to watch that. I think it's more to you could definitely have a lot of fun with that. I could see, and it's the right actor to do it with.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't see anybody else doing it. I don't see anybody else doing it. Yeah, throw John up there. Let's see what it is. Horror version. They pretty much have this stripping.
It's true though.
Story. It's so fun. It is because it's something that you've seen before, but it's also it seems so fresh and new. So the familiarity is there, but it is a new road, if you will. It's like you're taking, except for turning left, you're turning right now, but you're still still on the same road. I like that. So let's see what we can do, and go from there, man. The December 9th. I can't wait. Let's put up the banner there. Let's if I can find it, or if you can find it.
I got it.
Hey,
the wrong one.
Oh, you thought you had it. Look at you.
Gotcha.
So the main one, David Howard Thornton, December 9th. Get your tickets. It's gonna be fun. We can even do a review on it if it's good enough. Yeah, we could
maybe we'll do a video of us going to go watch it all together. Just get a nice little ride along with us.
That'd be cool. Just a little 10-minute something. Like, oh, we're gonna go in. We're coming out. Or whatever.
And we're out.
So, nice shit. How about you? What do you get? Pirating. But anyway.
We got kicked out.
Any thoughts, man?
No, man. I honestly, I love this. I love what this movie's gonna do. I definitely think we have, like John mentioned, there's a lot of wiggle room for this show or for this movie, because you can play with it without having to drop the name and do a whole copyright issue. Even though I know that copyright of it was technically ended. I don't know if they re-picked it up before the movie got distributed, but I know that's why they did the movie, because the copyright had ended on it. So I definitely want to see what they're going to do with it, because to see the Grinch as a slasher, it's a good take. I don't know. I keep saying it's a great take to hear that he's gonna kill some people, because I've always figured what would happen if the Grinch decided to just lose his shit and just say, I'm gonna just stab everybody in Whoville.
It's
like, I hate Christmas this much and I hate you all. Let's go and kill it. Like, what would happen?
Except for just being grumpy and homeless on top of a mountain. He's like, I could actually do something to these people. They're terrified of me just being me. Let's go down and visit. Kill some of these who's or these news. How do we?
Are they going to be called the news now? Because it's Newville.
Yeah, Newtown, Newville. Nothing bad ever happens in Newville or some crap. Who knows? But
who knows?
Let's see what happens with this one. But anyway, man.
Great take on it, man. I ain't got any other thoughts for this, man. Can't wait to see the movie. And nice. Also, guys, just like always, like and subscribe to the channel. Always drop some comments. We love to see the comments on here. As you see, we'll post the comments on screen if we catch it live. Also, follow us on Twitter, as we dropped it for the first time through our Twitter. Also, go check us out on _F on our Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in on Instagram as well. Till next time, guys.
Till next time. We'll see you.
Wow, this is the thrill. Welcome to the thrill. Giving you something that's real. Tell me how you really feel. Now that you're hearing the thrill. I was all on my own. Now we're looking at it home. Spit the dish up from the dome. My looking, we gone, and this is the